says, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا wusAAaha, laha ma kasabat, waAAlayha ma iktasabat. And hopefully what I'm going to do today is just highlight that. What is Allah saying before we even make dua to Him in this remarkable dua? What does Allah want us to know first? He says Allah does not place a burden, a weight, a responsibility. These are the meanings of the word taklif. Allah does not put a weight, a responsibility, or a burden on any individual, on any person, except illa wusAAaha, except to their capacity. This ayah is teaching us a number of things so far. One, it's teaching us every one of us has a different capacity. A child has a different capacity than an old man. A young man and a young woman are different. The wealthy and the poor are different. Someone in one society is different from someone in another society. Someone knowledgeable is different from someone who had no access to education. People are different. Allah gave us all different responsibilities in life. He will never put anything on us beyond our personal capacity. It's Allah's way of telling us He knows every single one of us individually and exactly what our limits are. And He will never expect from us He won't ever ask us for anything more than we're actually given capability of. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا wusAAaha. That's one of its benefits. The additional benefit here is the word nafs. The word nafs is actually in the Quran used to describe the struggling part of ourselves, meaning our desires come from our nafs. You know, ما تشتهيه الأنفس. The nafs has temptations and desires, and it has emotions, it has feelings, and Allah says Allah will not burden you with anything more than what you can emotionally handle. He won't make you sacrifice what Allah put inside of you, and make you hurt yourself. No, if Allah gave you a responsibility, it's because you're capable of it. And the third benefit for today that I want to make sure you appreciate of illa wusAAaha, which is probably the most important in my view, is that I'll give this to you by example so you'll remember it. It's there are some students, like when I used to teach math, right? There are some students that are super smart. They're just really, really smart, and they don't have to study a lot to get a 90 on the exam. They could get 100, but the kid already knows, even if I don't study, I'm at least going to get what? A 90. So he gets a 90, and nobody else in class got a 90. And so he's like, I'm doing good because I got a 90. But the teacher knows that this kid had way more potential than that 90. So even though technically a 90 is a pretty good grade, the teacher pulls him to the side and says, I know you can do better. I'm disappointed in you. And he says, what? This guy got 60, you're not disappointed in him? And I say, actually, no. He was only capable of 30 and he did 60, I'm pretty proud of him. You were capable of 100, but you didn't use your full potential. You didn't exhaust your potential. You are more capable of this, but you didn't put any effort in. You didn't put your heart into it. And so, when Allah has given you wus'a, also means your capacity or potential. Allah is not holding you responsible except to your potential. In other words, each one of us has been made capable of some incredible things. Nobody knows that except ourselves. People will come around and tell you, you're useless, you're worthless, you can't do anything in life, you're a loser, etc., etc., etc. What are you going to do with your life? And you start accepting that narrative about yourself that you're not capable of any great potential. Allah put an incredible wus'a, an expansive potential inside every single human being, and Allah will ask every one of us, did you exhaust yourself to your full potential? Is this the very, very best that you could have done? Because I made you capable of doing this, and you stopped trying after you even got here. And you were capable of much more. But I will ask you, because I gave you the potential for this, I gave you much more, and you didn't use it. And so part of the meaning here is not illa bi wus'iha, it's illa wus'aaha. The wus'a of the human being will be burdened. In other words, the capacity, the potential that we have inside of us, we have to be really hard on ourselves. Am I capable of better? Did Allah make me, did He empower me with more? Which is why Allah says, قُلْ كُلٌّ يَعْمَلُ عَلَى شَاكِلَتِهِ. Tell them everyone should work in accordance with the way Allah formed them, the way Allah shaped them. Meaning Allah shaped you in a way, put yourself to work, exhaust yourself in every way. Everything the Muslim does, there's no such thing as mediocre. There's no such thing as you just getting kind of getting by at school, or kind of doing okay at work, or kind of taking care of your family, or whatever. Everything you do in life, فَلْيُتْقِنْهُ, they should excel in it. Do the very, very best You can. This is Allah's expectation from believers. He chose us from the rest of humanity to have the honor to say La ilaha illallah. That's not a small thing. Like there's a huge population of human beings on earth that don't say La ilaha illallah, and we get to say that? We get to say Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is an award given to those who have some amazing potential. And He's going to ask about that. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها.